look, here are the games for August 5th. It was just a 12-game day, so this is all the games. So then after this, I'll do a game for, I'll do the 2 boards for yesterday's games. This is August 5th, this is Tuesday's games, just to keep that clear. So we'll go start at the top left, we'll work left to right, top to bottom. We'll start with the Utah Raptors and the Las Vegas Gamblers. So, pretty predictable result here. Utah was a 6-0 shutout win to open the series against the Raptors. Then they jumped out to a 1-0 series lead. So, I mean, Vegas, they got some hits in, but they weren't actually able to bring anything home. Good job of the Raptors pitching staff and defense to shut down Las Vegas, and they win game 1 of the series. They took a 1-0 lead. Then we head to the Toronto Huskies and the Tampa Bay Titans. First of a 3-game series, pretty close one here, but Toronto, they had more hits, but they struggled to bring on, so they would get like two on, 2 out situations, stuff like that. And the Titans showed up to the task, and they shut them down. And the Titans were able to get most likely a walk-off win as they win it 3-2 over the Huskies. And Tampa Bay leads the series 1-0. They do, despite committing 2 errors, they still win the game. Then we head to Montreal and Texas. First of a 3-game series. Another shutout. Good job with it. Montreal defense, pitching staff, their infield, and even their outfield. Good. They didn't allow the Twisters to score a run. So good job for the Expos, and they get a 4-0 lead, and they just ride the wave, and they win 4-0. Good job to open a series for the Montreal Expos. Now we head to the Edmonton Eagles and the St. Louis Stars. First of a 3-game series, and a really close one. Some mistakes on both ends. You can see 2 errors both teams. The Edmonton Eagles here, but they jump out in front of that 4-3 lead, and that wins them the game. Probably a walk-off as well. So, really close game, really good game, and the Eagles win 4-3. And the series 1-0. Then we head to the Oakland Ocean and the Cincinnati Stingers. So another really close game, back and forth throughout the entire contest. But the Oakland Ocean come out on top, and they win it 6-4 over the Stingers to open the series. So, good job late in the game for the Oakland Ocean. Probably also a walk-up. I mean, I don't know for sure, since I figured out the game does kind of tell you that, but it's like at the top of the screen. I never really even noticed it. I don't even know how to write that down. I just don't pay attention to it. I don't know how I can integrate that in. Maybe I think I might just stay with how I'm doing it now. So then we head to the Philadelphia Liberty and the Houston Cosmos. The Philadelphia Liberty, that home run derby type of stuff. They just kept on hitting. They didn't get a crazy amount, but they got good hits. Now, really good hits on 8 runs and 10 hits for the Liberty. And the big enough lead to keep the Cosmos at bay as they get 4 runs on 6 hits. 1 error for the Liberty, but that does not stop them, since that lead is what won them the game. So they lead the series 1-0. Good job good way to open the series for the Liberty. We'll head to Memphis, where the Memphis Blues hosting the New York Knights. First of a 3-game series, basically every single one of these, I believe. Yeah, every single one. Is game 1 of a 3 or 4 game series. So the Memphis Blues here, they struggle defensively, you can see, and offensively at the same time, because they got 2 hits, but they only brought in 3 runs. Meanwhile, the Knights, who had 1 less hit to them, they were able to get 5 runs on 9 hits. So they're just a bit more offense for the Knights, and that wins them this game. They do a good job keeping the Blues at bay, and the Knights win 5-3 to open the series. And then we had to the other New York team, as they're at home right now, and they played the first game of a 3-game set against the Washington Monuments to the Sailors. And they jump out to that big lead early on, and then second half of the game they're just shutting down the Monuments, and they do a really good job of it, winning 9-3 over the Monuments on 10 hits in an error. So, but this is the big lead, and combined with some good defense, it's what shuts down the Monuments to just 3 runs on 7 hits. Sailors win 9-3, and the series 1-0. Then we had Detroit at the bottom row, the Detroit Motors and the Vancouver Grizzlies, first of a 3-game series. Vancouver, I don't know if it was a low-scoring game or maybe Vancouver did the thing with a big lead early, and then the rest of the game just similar to this one, holding down Detroit. But it looks like it definitely could have been that. I mean, this one I don't even know for sure, but I don't really know the game I covered, which, oh yeah, it's last. We'll get there. So the Vancouver Grizzlies here, they really good offensively. I'm guessing a lot of this was like in 1 or 2 innings. And then the rest, on the other side, they just do a great job. They only allow 1 run in on 4 hits for the Motors. Motors commit an error, so that always hurts if you're the losing team. And the job of the Grizzlies to open a series. They just shut down Detroit and they lead 1-0. Then we had to Chicago and Portland, first of a 3-game series. Chicago was in this game pretty closely. They're getting some good hits in there as they bring in 3 runs. But the Portland Anchors here, more hits. Chicago did their best, but it wasn't enough as the Anchors win 4-3 on 12 hits. No errors on their team because Portland, bit of an offensive overload, and that gets them that 1 run they need to win the game 4-3. So really good job by the Portland Anchors here to just do the offensive overload. It doesn't matter. Just enough to get the push through the dam, and the Anchors win 4-3. And then we head to the collapse that is the Boston Whalers. They are becoming the Orlando Sunrise of the East. Another blowout. The blowout loss. They have 11 runs and 15 hits. I don't even know anymore. They have a Shohei Ohtani, yet their defense just does not make up for it at all. It's kind of it's like disheartening to watch. Just terrible defensive numbers there. They have 11 runs on 15 hits to Minnesota. I mean, their offense, they do their best. They score 5 runs and 8 hits, but they're giving up so much. It's basically, I don't even know if I can get a good analogy for this. Just so, no, it's almost like they're under. Okay, here's a good example because it's an actual real world example right now. It's kind of a funny thing. The U.S. government, they are now allowing. Actually, this has been around for a bit, but now it's becoming more public, and now they're doing it with companies. You can now the U.S. government is allowing you to use Venmo and PayPal to pay off the national debt. And that's a good example, because in this scenario, the national debt is the runs the Whalers are giving up. And what they score is the people that are actually using the PayPal or Venmo services to try and pay it off. Because they can only do so much, but if they're giving up so many runs, so how are you going to win games? This is something the Whalers need to figure out. They need to figure this out. Northern Lights led the series 1-0. They do a good job. They take advantage big time. Then we head to Columbus. That's the game I covered. I wanted to see a home run so bad in this game. So the Aviators, they score 9 runs on 13 hits. Pretty good, but no home runs. Alonso was close at one opportunity, and it was like a I think 4 feet foul. That was the closest they came, but they still won the game big time because they jumped out to a big lead, and then they kind of just rode the wave, and they won 9-3. Good job defensively too to hold them. Seattle 3 runs and a hit, 2 of those being home runs for the Sasquatch. Good job for the Columbus Aviators. They lead the series 1-0. And we'll see you for board number 2. Okay, I did the wrong outro, so that's it. That's it for Tuesday. I'll see you for yesterday's games. Goodbye.